That's right. That's right. Faith over fear. That's what we are all about. Truth and faith over fear. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. So I wanted to update you on some emails. In fact, I have been getting emails about this subject for the last week or so, and I wanted to translate all of this over to you guys. That's why you guys write to me through my email, which is down below in the description, has been for a while, Appalachia's Homestead with Patera. And if I am going to communicate, but let me say this, if I'm going to communicate with you guys, it's most likely going to be back through that email, or I'm just going to comment to you where you've openly commented either here on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. I don't private message people, and I don't tell you to, check out cryptocurrency and what's up and what's your, text me, or I don't do any of that weird stuff. In fact, to be honest with you, I don't respond to probably 99% of things based on time. So here's the deal. So somebody has made a fake account on Instagram using my name. It's not the exact name. They actually added a little different underscore. So it's not me. And yesterday, I got like 17,000 messages and comments saying, Tara, somebody's imitating you. So they've been reported. I've gotten a hold of Instagram. It's going to be handled. It's no big deal. But this is what happens. And I'm sure this has probably happened to you as well. So I haven't been hacked, but I've been cloned almost. Gosh, I didn't know I was that popular. You sure you want two of me? So anyway, I just want to make sure that you understand, because I know a lot of other YouTubers have had this problem here on YouTube, and it's everywhere on social media. I don't do that stuff. I'm not going to message you and ask you, your blood type and how many kids you got and what's your social security, and text me and, ooh, baby, look at this, and do you like cryptocurrency and Bitcoin? I don't do any of that stuff. Y'all know better. And I certainly don't use pronouns, he, she, what, if, who, where, was in my name description. So if it looks a little off ever, it probably is, because ain't nobody got time for that. So now that we got that in the clear, just don't respond to these wackadoos, okay? Just don't. Use your common sense, y'all. Come on. So here's the thing. So I have been going through my emails in the past couple of days, and I wanted to report this to you, and I've gotten more even since yesterday. People that I personally know are sending me pictures. I want to know what you're seeing in your area, because I'm nosy. And we want to know what's going on. Potatoes. We've talked about taters before. Listen, we know historically, you don't have to be a history expert, you don't have to be a farmer to know that potatoes are a huge main staple of diet forever, okay? We love our potatoes, and when the push comes to shove, potatoes are they are a superfood in terms of survival in my book, because they are relatively easy to grow. You can get a lot for a little bit of input, and if you do it right, you can have a pretty good storage time on them. And guys, we know they're just the staple, right? So we know that we have shortages, and I want to hear what you're seeing wherever you are. So we know that, a couple of months ago, Canada got rid of a bunch of potatoes. Do you remember this? We're right in on that. Like, they found some weird, I was reading? This has been a while ago, but it sort of gave us a forecast for down the road. See, this is the thing that we have to remind ourselves, and we have to remind others, that the foods you're eating on right now from the store and whatnot, they weren't grown and picked and plucked and canned yesterday, okay? So if things are not being grown now, if things are not being harvested now, or if things are being discarded now, or heck, if the place that they, stick them in the cans at, or wherever, or whatever, it's burning to the ground, well, we're going to have a supply shortage, food supply shortage. We've been talking about this. You and your mama's been talking about this for a long time. And I think a lot of people get very impatient because they go, well, I can go to Walmart and I can buy a bag of taters today. Well, maybe you can. That's good. You better get them. Because I'm seeing a lot of people send me pictures I don't mean just down the road here, down here at the Walmart somewhere. I'm talking about all over the country. They are sending pictures saying, I had to go to 3 different stores to buy a bag of potatoes. And when I bought the bag of Yukon Golds or whatever they got, they were, guys, little bags of potatoes are like 10 and 11 bucks. No. And not only that, but I am hearing people say, not only did it take me a while to find them, they are quite, they're triple in price, what we're used to seeing, or they're rotten. They're awful. So, if you've grown potatoes before, you understand that, if they're kept well in a good environment, potatoes can keep quite a good long time in a cool, dark pantry with air circulation. I mean, that's the thing. That's why potatoes were grown and harvested by your ancestors and your mamaw, because they were easy to put in the ground. They typically got a good yield. Obviously, there were situations where you had bad weather, or, maybe they rotted in the ground due to rain. There were always circumstances, okay? But overall, the potato is a staple, a main staple. And so, but not only that, but mamaw could put it down in her root cellar, and, that would last her a good 6, 9, 10, 12 months, and they could eat. I've said this before, and I'll remind you again. My Nana, who will be 86 years old, will not eat potatoes. She hates them. She will make them all day long. I did not know this. I've said this before. I didn't know until like a couple years ago, that my Nana hates potatoes. I would have never known that. Because we grew up eating her. She makes the best mashed potatoes. Don't ask me how she does it. I've tried to do the same thing. It never tastes the same, does it? The sweet tea never tastes quite the same. The pound cake never tastes quite the same. But we try, because Nana does it best, right? Right. But she hates them. I mean, if you go, let me tell you something. If you say, Nana, I'm going through the Wendy's drive-thru, you want me to get you a sandwich? You want me to get you just a little something? She'll say, "What? Yeah, get me a big hamburger and tell them to drag it through the garden, put everything on it. But don't get me any French fries, because I won't eat them." She hates them. Because when she grew up in the 30s and the 40s, poor as dirt here in Appalachia, East Tennessee, that's what, corn and potatoes, and whatever granddaddy dragged in from going out and hunting just on a whim, okay? So that's all she had. Potatoes, corn, oatmeal, biscuits, and occasionally a chicken on Sundays with the preacher. She'll tell you all about it. So it's a mainstay, okay? Because that's a survival food. And so when we're talking about shortages on a main staple, you better get busy. Now let's get busy talking about what I think you need to be doing. I think you need to be doing whatever you can do. If you can potatoes, not a bad way to go, obviously. Let me tell you, I do can potatoes. And the reason I'm doing this video right now is because tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to be canning my potatoes. I've got to get them suckers in the cans, okay? And we've had a beautiful harvest this year, and it's time to start putting them away. You pressure can your potatoes. You do not water bath potatoes. Don't let nobody tell you no different, okay? And you do need to peel them. They are easy to process. It's just a little time consuming. You want to blanch them. You want to get that starch off, and then you want to put them into the jars and go through the process. Please check your manuals. Okay, I'm anal about giving advice about canning, because I don't want anybody to get sick. So I do what my manuals say, and then I tell you, and if I make a mistake, I tell you. So I want to tell you right now that if you're going to be canning any items, whether it's water bath or whether it is pressure canning, please refer to your manuals. And I always refer you to, go to the ball canning book. Don't be doing any of that weird stuff. Stick with the right things. You don't have the time. You don't have the food available. You don't have the jars and the lids to waste because you did some weird, unknown rebel canning. You're wasting your time. Do it simple and do it right. Now, if you don't have a canner, get up and go to the Aldi. Get up and go get you some canned potatoes. They are here on the shelves, I can tell you. Are they much more expensive? You better believe they are. And it's irritating as all get out. But having some is better than having none. So you can buy them obviously sliced, you can buy them diced, and you can buy them whole. Whatever fits your fancy, whatever you think works for you. Put them on the shelf, okay? At the Aldi right now here in East Tennessee, you're looking at all these potatoes now are somewhere around 72 to 78 cents. It's gone up quite a bit, okay, I get you. But make sure that main staple, you should do this too, in my opinion, with sweet potatoes or your yams or whatever. Get that variety on your shelf, okay? You can also buy Augustin Farms or freeze-dried potatoes. If you have a freeze dryer, freeze-dry your potatoes. We know that's a great option, but most people don't have that option. So I like to speak to the overgeneral idea for all of you out there. We all should be doing all of these things. This is the versatility that I talk about, whether it's your medicine cabinet, whether it's your tater cabinet, whether it's a variety of meats and how they are done. It's good to have a variety. So Augustin Farms, they are online. You can go and shop through them. Doesn't hurt every now and then to put one in the cart and get it. I'd be getting it quick. They have these shredded, they have like the little, I don't know if they call them like pearls, and that's good for mashed potatoes, things like that. Those are going to be much more of a safe, long-term situation for you, and that's smart to put on the back stock. Don't open them and eat them now. Put them away. You know, you really want to reserve and preserve and keep back the items that have long-term shelf status, okay? That's my personal opinion. You do what you want. If you want to try something and, you know, be nosy. Being nosy is okay sometimes, I guess. Then do so, but put them on the shelf. You can also get like your instant potatoes. Now, I know that's, you know, cheating, but it's still potatoes. Don't turn your nose up to anything. Can it. Buy the canned. Buy the frozen if you can find them. That's been tricky, has it not? Can we talk about that? If you go to most frozen sections, you're fighting for hash browns. That's been a shortage here for quite a while. So listen, I want you to understand that this is not a fluke. This has been talked about, but now we're starting to see it. If you can get potatoes, good on you. Be smart. Put them away. Get the variety. And let us know what you're seeing, because this is becoming a problem. And like I said yesterday in my videos about over the, you know, when you go and get your cold medication, you get different things. The goal of being prepared as much as possible is to have a variety of options. You don't know what tomorrow holds, okay? You don't know what your neighbor may need. And so therefore, we have to be open-minded and really, really tuned in to, we use a lot of items without really realizing it. We're just so used to, okay, Jimmy's got a cold, I'm gonna go get this. Or you know what, I'm gonna make a roast tomorrow. Oh, I don't have enough potatoes. I'm gonna get in the car and go down there and get me some potatoes. You know, whatever. We take that for granted. And I want you to be prepared. I want you to be safe, okay? So if potatoes are important to you, you might really wanna listen to what I'm saying. Even if you don't eat a lot of, because somebody's going to say, well, I can't eat carbs. Honey, when SHTF happens, you ain't going to worry about the size of your booty. You're going to be keto my keto, whatever, keto my Dorito. You're going to eat whatever you can get your hands on, because that's called survival. Don't dismiss having potatoes, whichever way you want them, on the shelf, because like I said, just like I've said with the cold medicines or anything else, it may not be you that consumes them. But there's going to be somebody else, and man, they may really want it. And that may be a really important bartering tool for you. All right, I'm going to be canning tonight. I'll try to get some clips of that. I'm not going to put it in this video because I've got, like I told you, 2 weeks. Did I tell you last week? I don't know. We're having some off and on work being done on our home. We're trying so hard to get it finished. So I've got my guys here today helping me out, and we had to fix a leak in the house, and they're bang clanging everywhere. So I filmed a little bit of footage, and I'm out here talking to you because, well, they're standing around like banging on my house and walking by 15 times, and I'm talking about potatoes. It'd be a little weird. So, you know, you got the point. Guys, we appreciate you being here on the channel all the time. Thank you for everything. Let us know what you're seeing, but hey, get on it. Get them taters. Like, subscribe, and share, and guys, we will see you on the next video.